What is up, YouTube? Case Prime here back at you with yet another video. And this time we are doing another holiday movie. I've only got two to do because I have them both here handy. Unfortunately, the rest of my holiday movies are in storage, so I only have these two here to review. So you're going to have to bear with me on this one this year, so I'm sorry. But I'm going to show you another holiday movie that is kind of relatively recent. This is one, it's actually an older movie, but I didn't discover it until, I want to say 2013 is when I discovered this movie. And it's also another one that is a bit of a cult classic, if you're into this type of thing. So, you could probably tell what it is by the title, but today we're going to be taking a look at National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Now, like I said, I discovered this movie 3 years ago. I've only just recently discovered the rest of the National Lampoon's Vacation franchise. I mean, I've seen a bit of the remake, or the recent movie with Ed Helms, and I've seen the original. I have yet to see European Vacation and Vegas Vacation. But I've seen the original, and I've seen this, so yeah. Anyway, you're probably wondering what this is about if you've never seen it. Well, this movie you could watch on its own if you wanted to, but if you really want to get a full, experience, what's the word I'm looking for? If you want to get the full enjoyment out of it, then I suggest you watch the other National Lampoon Vacation movies. I would highly recommend you watch those before you watch this one, because you'll be caught up to date on all the characters and the settings and whatnot. But this is a sequel to the cult classic National Lampoon's Vacation. I find it funny they call this movie Christmas Vacation, because the whole movie is set in the Griswolds' hometown of Chicago. So they really don't go anywhere on vacation. I mean, their whole family comes in. I mean, you got Aunt Bethany and Cousin Eddie and his family. You got pretty much everyone in the whole Griswold clan, but they don't leave Chicago. So I find it kind of funny they call it Christmas Vacation. But basically what this movie's about, for those of you who haven't seen it, basically it's set a few years after the events of Vacation, and Clark is doing everything in his power to make sure his family has a perfect Christmas. I mean, he's putting in a pool with his Christmas bonus that turns out to be something different. I'm not going to spoil. True fans who have seen the movie will know what Clark's bonus is, but for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Cousin Eddie comes in with the RV with his dog who yacked on a bone and drank a quart of Pennzoil. Aunt Bethany, who is, I want to say, incredibly senile. I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know what she's like. The whole Griswold gang is in this movie, except for the one who died in the original. We all know what happened to her. But yeah, on the front, you've got the classic poster artwork of Clark being electrocuted as he's on top of the house dressed up like Santa. I always thought growing up, I didn't know this was Chevy Chase. I honestly thought that was Vince Vaughn. I honestly thought for the longest time that was Vince Vaughn. I feel stupid saying that, but it's true. I thought that was Vince Vaughn. On the spine it says National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. On the back there you've got Clark with the... I want to say that's the... No, it's not the turkey. It's a box of stuff. You got a couple pictures. You got Clark working there with the lights. And you got Clark and the family at the tree farm. And I laughed myself silly Christmas Vacation Jingle My Bells by Pia Lindstrom of WNBC TV, New York. There's a little read-up which says, this holiday season, Clark Griswold, Chevy Chase, vows to his clan will enjoy the most fun-filled family Christmas ever. Before you can sing fa-la-la-la-la, that he decks the halls with howls of folly and parental favorite National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Seeing is believing. There are 25,000 lights on the roof, an exploding turkey on the dining room table, a SWAT team taking siege outside, a festive supporting cast including Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Juliette Lewis, and William Hickey, and more, and John Hughes' script full of wit, heart, and sheer goodness. You will love it. That's Yule, Y-U-L-E, not Y-O-U apostrophe L-L. Special features include full-length audio commentary with Randy Quaid, Beverly D'Angelo, Johnny Galecki, Miriam Flynn, director Jeremiah Chechnik, and producer Matty Simmons. The theatrical trailer, languages in English and French, and subtitles in English, French, and Espanol. Rated PG-13, runs for 97 minutes. Crack it open. You got the disc there, a Clark in front of the tree. Before or after the cat chewed on the lights? We all know what happened with the cat chewed on the lights, but for those of you who haven't seen it, I won't spoil it. So, like I said, if you haven't seen the other National Lampoon's Vacation movies, you probably should watch them before you enjoy this. But if you haven't, you'll just not know the characters. But you'll learn them if you watch this movie. This is definitely another one of those movies that is also a cult classic. You know, it's well known. It's aired plenty of times on television. I know Freeform airs it every once in a while as part of the 25 Days of Christmas that they do. It's not aired as much as other movies like Home Alone or Christmas Story or Jingle All the Way, Die Hard. It's not one of that well of a classic, but it's still a well-known holiday movie. You know, it's still well-known. It's very popular, but it's just not as popular. You know, you'll probably find it on television, but it won't have as many airings as the other cult classics. So, if you are a fan of holiday comedies, I would definitely recommend watching this movie. If you're a fan of the National Lampoon's Vacation franchise, I would definitely recommend this. You know, I certainly love this movie. I love the fact that there's a part where Clark Griswold wears a Chicago Blackhawks jersey just because I'm a hockey fan. So I'm kind of impartial to that one scene in particular when they're looking out the window and Uncle Eddie or Cousin Eddie, I'm sorry, is emptying out the septic tank. May our shitters never overflow. Shitter was full. But I digress. It's a good movie. It's funny. If you enjoy a holiday comedy, a really good one, then you'll definitely love this movie. You know, I recommend it. I've been watching it ever since I first discovered it 3 years ago. Can't recommend it enough. So, I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I am out of here.